Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World, and this week I am making a box in a bag, or a bag in a box. I'm not sure which it is, but I've never made one. I've seen them about for ages, and I happened to come across a tutorial the other day, and I says, I'm going to have a wee go at that. So I just changed up the measurements, changed everything about it, and made my own size. It's nice. It could fit a fair wee bit. You could put candles, sweets, wee notebook and pens. You can fit a lot in it. And I've made a smaller version. I went for a smaller version. I didn't want a big giant one. I just like wee neat things, you know. Unfortunately, you have to keep it like that. You can't collapse it down, but make it as you need it now because it's really, really easy. So these are retired papers. Always check the clearance section. Get lovely retired papers for a few pound. It's, what is it? Fresh Freesia, that's what you call it, which matches that paper. I think it was the pansy something or other, and it's all retired ribbon and stuff. So that's what I've made, and I want to show you how I did it. So this time I'm going to go with the Countryside Inn because I have ribbon, card, everything matching, so it suits me. So to start you off, you're going to need a piece for your wrapping around your box, and it needs to measure 6 inches by 11.5, and we're actually going to score it down. I'm keeping this as my outside, and I want to have a wee bit of this coming down, so it is going to be kind of upside down, but I don't actually mind. It's just for a bit of contrast. That's all I need, is a wee bit of contrast, and it just happens to be flowers. If I do it at this end, the trees are going to be upside down, so I can't win. So choose your weapon carefully. So I'm scoring it on the short side at 1/2 inch. I just thought it was nicer with a wee rim rather than just cut paper at the top. Now you're also going to need a piece 4 inches by 4 inches in a matching card. You could go with the boho blue or native navy, both match on this particular one. So you're 4 inches by 4 inches square, and you want to score it at 3/4 of an inch on all 4 sides. And this makes your wee base. Any I've seen have been really deep bases. I don't think you needed it. Maybe I'll be wrong when I go to fill it, but I like this. I did do a couple of goes at it, and I really liked it. So that's what you're getting. Oops, a daisy. Sorry about that. Well, that wasn't your heads. So we're going to score this first. We'll make up our wee box, and then we'll let it dry while we're doing the next part. So as usual, burnish all those, and then we're going to cut up this one, this one, this one, and this one up to that 3/4 inch mark, and just trim it off so it's nice and tidy, get that big lumpy bit away, and just do that on all 4 sides. No, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. This side and that side, okay? So now you want to put glue on your 4 flaps. I'm using a good glue here to give it a good hold. You don't want to pop it open when it's inside your bag, so to speak. So just stick a wee bit on it all. Nice wee summertime gift bag. You could put, the outdoor candles, keeps all the bad insects away from you, or a wee bottle of something, or just nice wee sweets. If you're invited to a barbecue, if we ever get our weather back, of course, the British weather, or Northern Irish weather, should say, over here, has just disappeared. It's just went on its holidays to somewhere else. We are getting lots of thunderstorms, lots of rain, and then wee sunny spells in between. You just get yourself settled out the back, and boom, the sky's open again. So that is your box made. Leave that for a second. This is your bag. So the part that you scored 1/2 inch, you want to make sure you go down your score right, and then give it a good burnish. And as you can see, that wee pattern is upside down, but I don't think it matters. It doesn't. We're going to run a bit of glue along that 1/2 inch right the way over. Make sure you get those wee end bits. I want this to sit down nice, not pop up on me at all. So press it, let it settle a wee bit, and then give it a nice burnish. So as I said, this is the outside. So we want to run a bit of glue along here, and then we're going to add our wee box along the bottom. We're doing it, but we're doing the glue along here so that we can close it all up nicely when we are ready. I think I'll start this way and I'll put my glue here. So my top is now up here. So I'm just doing about 1/2 inch of glue, and I hope it's enough. If we get to the end, sort of changed my measurements from the last one because I'd left a wee bit too much and I didn't like it. So keep your glue out. We're going to glue on one of our box edges on the outside. Some people put the glue along the edge and just start rolling it. I find this way was easier for me. May not be for you. Make sure you put this facing up the way. You don't want to put the base of your box that way. So the opening faces this way, and line this up right with the very end and with the straight line of your design. Just want nice and neat along there. You don't want it hanging over or anything, just nice and neat. Swivel it about until you're happy. And give it time to take, you're in no rush. And while you're waiting on that take, you can add a bit of glue to this side. Don't want this falling off. I would wait a wee bit longer if I was you, just seconds, like nothing drastic. So just make sure it's the way you want it, and then start rolling, pushing into that corner so that you're getting a nice solid contact with the paper. If you're happy with it all, before you press it down, that should just come around nicely for you. Shouldn't be any bother at all. You can run it with your bone folder and keep double checking that it hasn't shifted or gnawed you. And then just continue on. We're going to do the next bit. I'm being very generous with my glue because I really want it to hold fast for me. So we're going to roll again pushing that corner so it's nice tight up there. And keep it lined up with your nice paper. And give it a press. Now it gets a wee bit more awkward when you come to the next one because you're coming to the end. So we could actually roll this round and see. We could add a wee bit more glue there because we know how much we've left. So I'm going out a wee tiny bit. So it's about 3/4 inch, I'd say. And then we'll want to add glue to this. The last of our sides. And just make sure you get it right in there. So double check your last one. And then just roll it. And again, you can get a bit sticky here, so be careful. And if you're happy, get in there with your bone folder. Give it a wee press. Keep double checking that you're nice and neat all along the bottom. And then we're going to roll it on round. You can add a wee bit extra at this particular part just so it's workable. Keep that tucked in out of your way and get that one over. You want it going nice and straight so that the top of it becomes nice and straight as well. I want these to be really good at the top. If it's not good at the top, you want to open your bottom and let the overspill go down the ways. This is not doing what I want it to do. Just make sure that's where you want it. I don't want that overlapping at all. That's alright. Give it a good rub. That's the most awkward part, is getting that last wee bit on, but getting it to, join nicely. So this is the front of your box here. And you'll have two nice sides, a nice wee bottom. See this one trying to escape here, so I'm going to give it another wee press with my fingers. That is your box end, so make sure it's all taken nicely and you're happy with it before you go much further. I think that's okay now. Let that settle. And we want to mark it, I would say 1.5 inches. I think we're 5 inches along here. Let me squeeze it. Yeah, just over 5 inches. So we're only going to 1.5 on either side. So if you even set your ruler down, line that up. Get yourself a pen. So we're going in 1.5, so mark it about there. Same here, 1.5, mark it about there. And then you're going to need a punch of some sort to just make sure your tops and bottoms are lined up. Don't let them go. You could actually use a nice wee clip to hold them. I think I'm really particular. I want this to be nice and neat at the front. So if I hold that should hold them all together, and I can go and find the holes that I made and give them a wee punch. So one on that side, on this side. We're going through 4 things of paper here, so if you have to open it up, do so. I'm lucky enough this will go through it. Just left me some nice confetti here. So that is that. We're going to do our ribbon now, and I'm going with the boho blue ribbon because it matches my paper nicely. Or you could go with a night of navy ribbon if there was one. I'm not even sure if there was. I don't think I've ever bought night of navy. Oh, I did. I bought a gingham one before. That was a long time ago. So I will check. If there's a night of navy one, I'll put it in the things. But I think this colour's nice. So leave yourself enough. Don't cut it off to tie yourself a bow. Awkward or what? So just try and centralize your bow. If you have to, you can swish it around because you've got the will to do it. Tie a wee bow. Oh, I need to stretch that one a bit. What do you think? Is that okay? Could pull it a wee tiny bit. Just make it a wee bit bigger. Chop these off. Maybe too big there. So I'm going to take that out of the way now, and that is our wee box done. We just need to decorate it up now. Pretty cute, isn't it? I think it'll hold a right wee bit. So how do we decorate it? You need 2 pieces of 1 DSP 1 card, and they both should measure 2 inches by 3 inches. I'm going to use our wee trio punch for this nice wee decorative punch here. And I'm just all glue as usual, and bits of ribbon stuck to the glue. Nice. So push that in so it's butted right up. And press, and you get that nice wee edge. Same again. And we're just going to use the exact same. Make sure you're facing the right way. And I might actually have this one facing out this time, so I'll have the pattern up that way. Shake your leftover bits there, they'll block your punch if they gather up too much. So that is going to sit sort of at an angle on it, just a fraction over. Oh, and we want to stick this side actually. So we're sticking it about there. I'm just going to use some tape. I'm only putting it at half of it, not all of it. So I want to tilt that up so it's showing a wee bit. And then I want to get a 1.5 inch circle white punch. I'm using the same card. I'm going to punch 1 3/4. Now you can actually get the 1 3/4 inch punches and the 2 inch punch, which is great because for a while there we had no punches. And I don't know about you, but I do like a punch quicker than a die. Where is my stamp? Here you are. And I've gone with the boho blue to bring a wee bit of the blue out. I could go with the Night of Navy. I've both there, so I'm not sure. We'll try this. If I don't like it, can change it. So this says, hope your day is filled with everything good, and it's out of the Timeless Arrangement stamp set. So I'm just going to stamp it in the middle of this. And then we're going to add it. Get this out of the way. We want to raise it up. That's what I was looking, the word. I'm just putting 1 on it. It's not being abused or anything, so it should hold okay. And we just want to put this in the center of this. And we're just going to add that to this, but I want to put a wee tiny bit of ribbon at the back end of so just 2 wee bits, about 1.5 inches. Cut them so they have wee tails. Just flip that over because I want it to be this way or that way. I think actually I want the other way. Does that look good or not? Nope, I want the 2 points that way. There. So again, I'm adding just this. If it doesn't run down on, which I think it has. Oh, wait. So I'm just going to plonk that on that where I think I would like to pick those up. Just about there. And we'll add some more of this so that it all behaves itself. And then we're just going to stick this to our tag. So we'll stick it about here in the center of that lopsided one. And then we want to add the other one I had wee stars, which kind of matched. Again, they were in the, it's very bad light, in the clearance section, so do remember to check that out. You can get a wee bargain now and again. And I think it was just updated not so long ago, so there might still be something there for you. I'm going to go with these. I want a large one at the top, just above this. And I'm going to put a small one down here. And these are the new in color. Well, I'll have them all listed down below. In color dots, yeah. So now I want to stick this so it's just parked, so it's buttoned up to this, but under your ribbon in the center. So again, I'm just going to put a bit of wet glue, sort of room to play about with it if I need to. If I don't get it in the right place first time. So sort of get it centered. Make sure your bow's centered. I think that's, is it okay? I think I need to shift my bow over actually. So we'll let that take. If you want to shift your bow, just slide it gently. Pull a bit at the back, and a bit at the side, and it'll move along for you eventually. so it's more in the centre. So that is it. That is it done. Very little hard work there at all. The hardest part is getting your last bit to stick and just needs a wee bit of patience. So wow, that light is wicked, isn't it? It's really catching this one. The other one's not so bad, but hopefully you'll see them from the photograph. That's me done for this week. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. I'm so behind. My brain's just slowed way down with that. Taking a week or two off with the COVID. I find the summer time hard. I'll be glad to start my Christmas stuff soon. Gives me more to think about. So anyway, I'll have everything listed down below. If you haven't pressed subscribe, I'd love you to do so. And I hope your weather's a bit better than ours. And I'll catch you all again next week. Bye.